So active recovery is absolutely crucial for your relaxation as you sprint, because active recovery really is something that basically helps us recover better in between sessions. But the body needs movement. And what do we normally do as athletes, as sprinters, as 400-meter runners? We think, oh, we've done our training, we've trained hard, now I can rest and recover, because we think rest equals recovery. Now that means, obviously that's crucial for sleeping, but in between sessions, rest doesn't mean, basically rest means that we can be lazy and we can sit down, and that's the best way to recover. Athletes often think that we've done our training, we've trained hard, we can reward ourselves by sitting down and being lazy. That is not the right way to be. You need to be moving. Movement is absolutely crucial for recovery from your training sessions, and it's also crucial for staying relaxed throughout the day. It's one of those base things that we can do, keep the body moving. And why is that? The fact is that sitting down, we probably think, we kind of associate resting with sitting down. And when we sit down, that is not only going to just ruin our muscle activation. Basically, compensation patterns come from sitting down, but we also cut our blood flow to our muscles in half. And basically, if we're not getting the blood flow to the muscles, then we're not getting the recovery. The muscles are not recovering, and we're not getting the nutrients to the muscles to recover, to repair the breakdown of the muscle tissue. So we really need to make sure that we're getting the blood flow in there. And the best way to get the blood flow is to keep the body moving. Muscle activation is crucial. One of the simplest ways of muscle activation is movement, and doing different kinds of movements is really, really beneficial for you. Now, Kelly Starrett is a kind of physical therapist. He's part of the Ready State that you can find on YouTube. He talks about the fact that getting the athletes should get their 10,000 steps outside of their training, in between training sessions. So the training sessions don't count towards the 10,000 steps. So do 10,000 steps outside the training sessions is but one of the best ways, or one of the most simplest ways for active recovery. And you should do that. You should keep the body standing up. Don't think that rest means sitting down. We should be keeping sitting down pretty much to a minimum. Recovery means active recovery. That is always the best forms. Now, also above the 10,000 steps is doing different kinds of movements that are complicated, that improves your proprioception as well, because improving your proprioception is going to actually relax the body as well. Active recovery and doing movement relaxes the body, and this is really important, associated with you guys who are on this channel looking for relaxed sprinting, to be relaxed while you're sprinting. Well, if you want to be relaxed while you're sprinting during the sessions, then you've got to be active in between your sessions. Because being active and movement gets the blood flowing, but it also is a great fighting mechanism against the stress of the world. And once we're doing the movement, more likely we're going to be in the present moment, doing the movement, walking, doing different kinds of movements, which I'm going to be talking to you about in a minute. But once we're actually moving, we're more likely going to be fighting, putting up a barrier against all the stress of the world. And this is really, really important. The stress that we build up in between the training sessions. Normally we're inside and doing the training sessions, we're in the moment as we're doing the training sessions. Once we're outside the training sessions, we start to sit down, we start to think about stuff, we start to allow the outside pressures to come in, and we start to get stressed. That's a bad mix, and what that is going to be leading to injury later down the road. Sitting down is going to lead to compensation patterns, and compensation leads to injury. So we need to make sure we're keeping the body moving. So one of the best things I think is you should do is go to look for the Natural Lifestylist on Instagram. And he's a dude who's on Instagram, very popular guy. And he talks about bringing that kind of natural environment back into an urban setting, as it were. Bring back nature into your environment, into your world, because that's going to allow the body to de-stress. The body is going to be more surrounded in its natural environment, its base environment. But he also talks about movements that we have to do. Keep movement, and he goes through videos, gives you examples of different kinds of movements, crawling movements, rolling movements. And these things that I've found have been really, really good in keeping muscle activation going, but you also feel kind of alive, but relaxed at the same time and in the moment. And this is really, really important. just challenge yourself with different kinds of movements. Now, I talk about training the vestibular system with kind of complicated movements in this video, and you should go back and look at it, because I give you, I think, 3 movements I talk about that challenges the body in a kind of 3-dimensional way, which gets the vestibular system going, which creates more muscle activation. But what if you activate the vestibular system with complicated movements? It relaxes the body as well. So movement in between training sessions is important. Active recovery is what you need to be doing. Keep the body moving, keep the blood flow going through the muscles so that you get the nutrients to the muscles to repair the muscle damage that's built up during the training sessions. You do that, you're going to be more relaxed, and you're also going to be doing a major step to staying injury-free as well. Keep sitting down to a minimum. So that's my little tip to the day. Keep on moving. 10,000 steps outside of your training. Go and look at my video for the training the vestibular system, and go and check out the Natural Lifestylist on Instagram. Goes through, it creates a lot of movement patterns that you can do that trains the body, and it's going to improve your flexibility. You're going to feel more alive, and you're just going to be more mobility as well. And that's going to help you recover from the training sessions, the hard training sessions you do. Keep active. So that's all from me. Please subscribe, please share, and I'll see you in the next video.